I went to Shine 2022, a Super Smash Bros. Tournament with over 1,000 people attending, and this is how it went. It was extremely crazy, and if you like this, then you should like and subscribe so you get updated for when I go to more of these, because it was insane. It's 6 right now. I just woke up. This is gonna be crazy. We're at the place. We made it. We made it inside. Now we gotta check in because this is like epic. So it's currently 10 o'clock right now, and my pools don't start till 2. So now I got like a lot of time to do whatever. So I decided to play friendlies with this one dude that I found on an open setup.
Bro, Russia's as heavy as Falcon for some undoubted reason.
See that? Yeah, I'm playing on a GameCube controller. I never play on GameCube controller. Yeah, I'll tell you why I did that, but first, hey, I met Hungrybox. So my controller didn't really work with the setups. It'd have to be too complicated to, so I did not explain it well. I was using this controller at the time, which is a Power A controller. Normally, with the Pro controller, if you plug it in USB, you can plug it into the Switch and it automatically connects. But you cannot do that on the Power A, and none of the setups had Joy-Cons, so I couldn't connect this if I was playing with someone that had a GameCube controller, because there's no home button on that. I had to go buy a new one. We went to like 3 different stores and they didn't have any in stock, which is crazy. Luckily I got one at GameStop, and now we're getting food. Alright, so I had to get a new controller because the issues. I'm gonna unbox it now. Here's the controller. It's very epic. Yeah, here's the controller. Feels a lot nicer than the other one I had. And this time it'll be good and it'll actually work with the setups. So it was time to play against Dill, the Steve player. Dill is a Steve player from Rhode Island that I was studying so hard in the matchup, in his play style, because I really wanted just to go 1-2. I just wanted one win in the tournament. Yeah, I lost 2-0. But in a bracket, there is a loser's bracket for where you go after you lose your first match. So I was still in this, and I had one more chance to come back in the main bracket. My next opponent was a Snake, a very technical character. A lot of focusing is involved for this match. I was pretty confident. I have Snake matchup experience from main, and the Snake did not seem that good. So I won the second game, but I do not have any footage of that. But then it was all down to game 3. This game is the one that decides who wins and gets to move on into the bracket. And oh my god, I threw so hard. I went 0-2, which is actually kind of expecting, saying it was my first ever major, but I was just hoping I could do more, and I was so close to winning. After that, I entered a money match, and I just, there's nothing exciting. I got completely dumped on. Little did I know there was a free to enter side bracket that was just like singles, except a lot smaller. I entered that to see if I could at least make up for what happened in the main bracket. My first round I won due to a disqualification because the person did not show up on time, so they just disqualified him. So I then had to wait a long time for my next match to start, and my first match was against a Joker. Now, I was watching the Joker before my set happened because I knew I was playing the winner of the set he was in. And I saw that his Joker was not very good, so I knew I had a good chance at winning this one.
You're a really good Ike. Oh, nice. Holy shit. That match was very much a favorite. Yeah. That's how it was. Yeah, that was close.
With that 2-stock finishing in game 1, I knew that I was winning this set. As you can see, that game was a lot closer than the first one, because I knew in my head that I was winning it. The whole time I was thinking that there's no way that he could win. I let my guard down, and he almost got the comeback for the game 2. That could have been really bad, which is why I gotta make sure that doesn't happen again. My round 3, 2? I don't know. My round, whatever the next round was, I played against a solid Duck Hunt. I lost game 1, but I was catching on to some of the stuff that he was doing, and I was able to utilize that in the next round. Now, some of you might say that I did not deserve to win that, but we take those, which means it's time for game 3, the deciding game. Who wins this entire set, and it was tense. I lost over an insane can play. When he hit the first can, I had no clue that it was going to come right back at me. I thought that it would change directions and head the other way, but I got caught off guard, and he took the set for an insanely close game 3. The next person I played against was someone I was familiar with. I was playing against Winters, a good Bowser player. That's all I have to say, is he's a good Bowser player, so it's going to be the Ditto matchup, and it was really funny. They won game 1, but that wasn't a big problem. We were having fun the whole time. The whole set we were laughing. It was an enjoyable time. Though I still really wanted to win. So game 2, I knew that I was going to have to be a little bit more serious about it. Right here, I'm on my last stock. They have 3 stocks left. I'm going to have to do what's called a reverse 3-stock, where I win the game by taking all of their lives while I only have 1 life. I didn't know if I could do it because they are a pretty good player. Then I looked behind me and I saw several people from Maine watching, including the 2 other Bowsers from my state that attended the tournament. I knew that I was going to have to try my hardest to not let them down. I lost, but it didn't even matter. I got so close to the reverse 3 stock, and everyone I made was cheering me on, which was just very, I don't know, it just felt me, it filled me with like joy. Like everyone was watching me. It was exciting. Since I was in losers, I ended up being eliminated from the bracket, but I placed 5th out of 18 people, which is kind of insane. Just got 5th in pools, lanes pools. This is insane. This is really big. Like, first top 8, and there's like 16 people. So, you people are not ready for my Bowser on the come up. I'm keeping Bowser. Get Bowser staying, not replacing him with Rob. Rob can be my secondary. I found out afterwards that they're hosting another bracket like that, except you can only play low tier characters. I was excited to play that, but first we had to get a group picture with Maine. It was incredibly exciting to see everyone at the same spot, and I even met some people that I haven't met before because they either lived too far upstate and didn't come down for tournaments, or I didn't go up there to meet them and they just didn't compete that often in general. After that, I had to rush over to the low tier bracket like entry part, and the rest was insane. I won my first set and sadly lost my second set. Do you remember Dill, the Steve player that I lost to in the main bracket that played? Well, I had to fight him again, but this time it was low tier bracket, so he could not play Steve. But sadly, I also could not play Bowser.
I just sent it to him. He said,
GG's. Almost lost the set, but I managed to clutch up and take the set. And then I lost the next one, which resulted in me getting 7th in the low tier bracket, which is pretty good, saying that I don't play Donkey Kong, and the other 2 people I lost to played their characters. My DK goes nuts. Got 2-2, got 7th in the low tier bracket. Very epic, and now I'm gonna head out for the night. So, peace. Late night Worcester. Yo, so I'm in the hotel right now. Today, just got some like reflections, you know. I feel like I could have done better at the start in main pools and in the main shine bracket. I did pretty well during the side bracket, the lanes. It was last hit, you probably saw that. It was pretty much last hit, game 3 against the Decon. So that was close. If I won, that would have been epic. But I didn't. It's fine though. I got 2-2. DQ, but it's fine. DQs count. And then the low tier bracket, 2-2. DK, no DQs. My DK goes nuts. My DK is insane. That's it, pretty much. Like, I go sleep now. I go night night. So it's day 2, day 3 of the event. That's pretty good at day 2 for me, day 3 for the entire event in general. And I'm probably gonna get some lazy Susan. Donuts, yum, okay. So yeah, back soon. Let's go in. Entering the side bracket at 12. Probably gonna watch the top 12. That rhymed. No, that's the same word. I'm so stupid. Before that, probably just play some friendlies with people. got some people coming from Maine. Got some Danas playing with me. I got to rep Maine by playing Maine, you know. Yeah, so. Before that, I ended up meeting E-Sam. In the bracket, I ended up winning my first 2 games, and then I lost my next 2 games. I lost to Soupy, a very good Belmont Brothers player from New Hampshire, which was completely fine because a lot better player than me. But the next game, I lost to, I just got cheesed by Lucas, and I was a little upset. I ended up getting 7th that time, which I guess is fine. Another 2-2, which is a lot better than I usually do. After that, I just wanted to go home. But then I ran into Yanni, so I took a picture. So I'm back at home. I went 2-2 in the last lanes battle, which is pretty good. I did 2-2 in all of them, except for the market. Don't really know what I could have done better, but hey. I got VODs, so then I'll watch those. Also, Splatoon 3. So that was my Shine 2022 experience. It was probably the most fun I've ever had in a while. That tournament was insane. It's such a good experience, and you should go.